some recommendations going forward.
Several government officials and members of civil society and non-government officials spent the greater part of the day deliberating on how to promote forest conservation and forest wildlife management practices that also cater to the well-being of human beings for a more sustainable relationship with these crucial natural systems.
You cannot have a habitat which has no animals, and you can't have animals that don't have a habitat. And so they are closely integrated, and as we work, we need to work closely together to ensure that they survive.
The Conservationists want government to adequately finance activities targeting sustainability of the natural resources.
When you look at the natural resources, climate change, environment, land and water management, NDP 3 provides for 3.8% of budget. What is in the budget framework paper? 1.7. Public sector transformation, NDP 3 provides for 7%. What is in the NBFP? 0.7. So when I look at this, I think the Ministry of Finance and indeed government does not seem to embrace the collaborative nature of development that we are talking about here.
I think what we have experienced is that our communities are not as naive as people seem to believe. When you illustrate the issues with examples of what they are experiencing, they understand very fast because they have a collection of what used to be in the past and what is happening now.
Speaking for government, the Minister for Tourism says the emphasis is now directed towards educating communities on environmental conservation with a need to resolve competition for land use.
Communities directly get 20% of the tourism revenue from the forest parks. Those who are enthusiastic in reading newspapers, you must have seen this in yesterday's papers, where a community was being given 600 million, isn't it? That's good. Then they can appreciate.
Uganda's forest cover has been depleted to 8%, up from 24% in the 90s, largely attributed to human encroachment for different activities such as charcoal burning. Walter Mwesije, NTV.